Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. Let's start off with Trip, Kayla, and Steve. So, two things happen in their scenes. One, Trip is Snit there talking about Allie and everything like that, and he's just really talking about how much he admires her and she's smart and people like her and everything like that. And Steve is like, so, you got a thing for her or whatever, and he tries to deny it or whatever, but it's written all over his face. Um, Now at some point, Kayla gives him a gift. Well, not Kayla, but like I guess like a doctor friend of Kayla or whatever gives him a gift. It's a lab coat, and they give him a name badge, and Trip is like, well, I can't really wear the name badge right now. I can't wear it. So they sit down and they talk about why he can't wear it, and it goes off into this far story about, Trip's upbringing, which is really heartbreaking. He just didn't have a good upbringing, let's just put it that way, between the guy who raised him and everything like that. But, he was really happy when he met Steve and Kayla and everything like that, and, was really grateful because, he was a teenager, he was angry and just whatever. So he's telling this story, and I'm like, man, this is really heartbreaking. So is this story actually going somewhere? Are we gonna get to like why you can't wear the name badge, or like what's what's up with this? Um, but then he says that he wants to change his last name to Johnson. I'm like, oh, like it was actually like a This Is Us moment kind of scene. It actually almost made me tear up a little bit. Um, so yeah, he's gonna be changing his last name to Johnson, and that's pretty much about it. Um, Now Allie's there talking to Claire, and Allie's like, I decided to get a job or whatever, so this way I can stop mooching off of Nicole, but she doesn't really know what she wants to do. And she asks, could you mind watching Henry, whatever, when I go on job interviews? And Claire's like, well, I'm pretty sure Trip kind of had that covered. Like, he was more than willing to help, but Allie doesn't want to sit there and impose and kind of whatever. On top of that, he's gonna be doing lots of rounds, so trying to babysit Henry. She just feels like it's just gonna be too much. But anyway, she starts talking about him in this gushing way or whatever, and Claire's like, so like, are you into him? And once again, she does the same thing that Trip does, where she's like, no, I just, whatever. Like, she tries to play it off, but it's just pretty obvious. But before they really get into it, that's when John and Marlena comes over. They're looking for Bella. Now earlier they were at the clinic, and Marlena was there bringing John out the hypnosis because he pretty much remembered the red coat, um, and he felt like she was like, well, not she. He felt like it was Bella, because she was the only person that was not there wearing that coat and everything like that. So he felt like it was Bella. So they go and try to find her, and they can't get a hold of her. They call up Sean. At this point, Bella's getting arrested. Yep, Bella is getting arrested at this point. You pretty much got Rafe and you got Sean since you're trying to defend her. Trash then had enough. Okay, she's over it at this point. Okay, between the fact that she felt that Rafe just kept eliminating, suspect as suspect as suspect, not really getting anywhere, and she's just like, yo, I had enough. And she granted both of them before Trash comes in. Rafe was like, yeah, there's a button that's missing, and it looks like this one. So you wanna kind of explain that? So Bella has that look on her face like she's kind of shocked or whatever, and she keeps to saying like, I don't know what happened, like I wasn't there. But when Trash gets there, Trash is like, all right, so like you didn't do it, where were you? And Bella's like, oh well, I was home alone, sleeping or whatever. And I'm like, that's not really. But she asked you for an alibi, and you don't really have an alibi. That's just you and your word. So Trash goes back and forth between Sean and Rafe, and that they're trying to, because she's like, "Yo, I want her arrested, like, yesterday." Now, granted, Rafe is like, you can't sit there and rush this. You can't just sit there and just try to just, you know, arrest someone so this way it can save your job or whatever. But, and I hate to sit there and say this because we all know towards the end of the episode, it was really Jen that shot Charlie. It showed a flashback scene, and of course we wound up seeing because when Marlena and John left, Marlena left the tape of John, during the hypnosis. So of course Jan comes back in there because Jan walks in there a little bit. She hears a little bit of what's going on, the conversation between Marlena and John. The minute that they leave, not even a minute, like literally 5 seconds, she goes back in the office, which apparently she didn't lock the office. Um, she goes back in the office. Jimmy opens. Well, she pretty much breaks in. I don't know why people say Jimmy. She pretty much breaks into the cabinet, finds the tape, listens to it, and then there's a flashback scene of forgot her name for some reason, of Jan shooting Charlie. Now Jan wasn't there going back and forth with John and Marlena earlier because the fact that Jan got off and she was like, so you guys should be more grateful, you're not going to jail, and John was like, yeah, I don't care if I go to jail, just just as long as you go to jail, because I don't want you anywhere near my daughter, and I don't want you anywhere my granddaughter. And Jan's like, oh no, we're friends and everything, yada yada yada, but yeah, it was her. So finally, after this whole long debate back and forth between Rafe and Sean and Trash, Rafe wound up arresting Bella. And Bella's like, I didn't do it or anything like that. But I'm like, the problem, Bella, is that no one can account for your whereabouts, and it's just you. It's just your word, and plus you have motive. Trash was like, listen, didn't Charlie come after your daughter? So you would have a lot of reason to sit there and go after Charlie and pretty much kill him. Now, it, it does make sense. It does make sense. She's, what I'm saying, like, from the inside of the story, whatever, it makes sense that she would sit there and go after her. I mean, let's be honest, she wanted to go after somebody for a while. Like, she didn't really care who it was. She wanted to go after Sammy, she wanted to go after Allie, Trip, all of them. She just wanted to go after damn near anyone. And I get that she wants results, but I'm like, sweetheart, when it comes out the real killer, you do understand that you may wind up losing your job anyway. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty much kind of the end of it. I mean, the thing is, John, even in the confession tape, John didn't actually say that Bella did it. Like, as far as like he seeing Bella, he just saw a woman in a red coat. But I think that's really all that was really needed for Jen to sit there and get her revenge. And I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, so you want to sit there. Hold on. I mean, here's the thing. Jan was not there swearing up and down to Claire when Claire was not there talking to her that, oh, I'm over Sean and, I'm not going to really go after somebody who's not going to want to be with me or whatever. But I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so your revenge plot was to get back at Bella. So you come in with a red coat and you pretty much frame her. I don't know. I feel like John coming there in the confession, or the sort of like the tape that the hypnotized tape that John was not there practically confessing to. Well, not confessing, but like that implicates Bella, or it implicates that it might be Bella. I felt like that was like Jan couldn't account for the fact that John was gonna be there, with that little testimony. So I felt like that was like a little extra on top, but yeah. Other than that, I'm not gonna lie, a lot else really didn't happen. I can't really think of anything else that was significant except for the fact that Bella is arrested, and we all know that it was Jan that did it because, well, at this point, why not? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really think anything else really happened that was significant. But if it did, let me know in the comment section below. I'm not gonna lie, I watched this and I was like, man, these notes are really short. So like, unless I missed some stuff, uh, that's pretty much all that happened, more or less. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I know this came out super late. Um, so yeah, but tomorrow and moving forward to be business as usual for the most part. So thank you for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Catch you in the next video.